Hi, I'm John and this is Foxlow Academy. In today's video I want to talk to you about one of the best things that you can buy to improve your portrait photography, something that costs less than £30, and I also want to talk about an alternative to that that's even cheaper and arguably even better. Becoming a professional photographer literally changed my life. Today we're looking at a 3-in-1 reflector. If I could carry one bit of kit in my kit bag other than a camera and lenses and the essentials, it would be this. What this is a reflector, but it's got a white side, it's got a gold side, and inside it has a diffuser panel. Now in a minute we're going to flip things around in the studio and I'm going to show you the effect that these have. But the joy of this is that it's really small, it's really portable, it's really cheap, and it really will take your photos to the next level. You can transform portrait just by reflecting light. Okay, time for a confession and a correction to the video. The reflector I was using is actually a 5-in-1 reflector, not a 3-in-1, because I only use the white side primarily. I'd completely forgotten that the cover is actually reversible, so inside that is a silver reflector which will give you the same kind of effect as the gold reflector, only without the colour cast, and on the other side is black, so you've still got the negative fill, which we're going to look at in more detail in a minute. Alright, back to the video. We're going to flip things around now, have a look at what it can do. This is currently available on Amazon, it's on sale. I'll put a link in the description below for $16.99. That's pounds. In the US I guess it would be around $20, but they usually cost around £30, but it is really the best £30 that you could spend. So here we are in the studio. Let's have a look at what the 3-in-1 reflector is and what it does. The white side is great for providing some fill light. At the moment for this video I've got a Falcon Eyes LED constant light over here to this side of me. There is the window behind me and this will be casting a bit of a rim light across my hair and this side of my body, but don't worry about that for this particular video. Today we're focusing on this light and what the reflector does. If I hold up the white side, if you look at this side of my face, the light's coming from one side, so we've got more light here and shadow on this side. If we hold up the white reflector, you'll see what's happening is it's filling the shadows, so there's less shadow and less contrast. If I come a little bit closer, you can see this is with and without the reflector. I was never cut out for modelling, so with the reflector and without. The gold side is not a side that I use very often. I'm personally not a big fan of the look from a gold reflector, but it is good when you have less light because it does bounce back a lot. So you do get a lot of extra light and it does give you a lot of fill. If I do use the gold reflector, I tend to go for black and white images because I'm not a big fan of the colour cast you get from it. But if we have a look, that's with the gold reflector, that's without, with. So it is a very useful tool. And then we've got the diffuser panel inside. And what this is, although it does look like a white reflector, it's actually for diffusing the main light source. So these are really good if it's a bright sunny day, you're shooting using window light or even outdoors in the sun. If the sun's really bright, you can hold up the diffuser and it will soften it. So it basically turns your light source into a big softbox and gives you nice soft fall off. You should be able to see a difference in the softness of the light when I hold that up there. So hopefully that's coming across on camera here. So very, very versatile. The 3-in-1 reflector is an amazing bit of kit. The joy of them as well is, this is where I failed to do this correctly. Oh no, first go. They do fold up really, really small. There is a bit of a knack to getting them to fold. You can easily chuck that in a kit bag and then you've got a diffuser, a reflector and a gold stronger reflector as well. So very versatile, very, very good. However, as I mentioned at the beginning, there is one other alternative that I use even more than that. And because I shoot in a studio almost exclusively, I don't need portability. So although I would leave a 3-in-1 reflector in my bag, in the studio what I actually use is much bigger and much cheaper. Essentially, this is a giant bit of polystyrene. You can buy big sheets of this, it's insulation board, and you can buy it in B&Q, Home Depot if you're in the US. Any like DIY shop will sell big sheets of this for like £10, $15, something like that. One of the great things about this as well is that you can have a black side. So we use this in the studio for basically every single shoot. Again, it's the same principle as the reflector. We've got the light source from here, but this gives full body coverage, so it lifts the shadows all the way down, whereas the 3-in-1 will only cover kind of your face really. It's good for head and shoulders portraits. So if we have a look at what this one does, without the reflector and with, and you do get quite a dramatic difference, but it also acts as a negative fill. When we're lifting the shadows here, this is a fill light. This is the key light and this is the fill light. And what's happening is the light from this is hitting the white and it's bouncing back and hitting my face, lifting the shadows. If we turn it around and use the black side, what's going to happen is the light from here is going to hit the black, and the black is actually going to absorb light. So what you'll find is you actually get darker, deeper shadows on this side, which can be really cool for creating some really dramatic looking portraits. If you're starting a studio or you're going to be shooting in a home studio, one of the best investments you can possibly make is a big sheet of insulation board. The other great thing about this is you can cut it down really easily, so you can have various sizes. This comes in sheets that are at least twice as wide as this, and I've just cut this down so it's about the size of a person, and it works perfectly for what we do, because as a boudoir studio we're only photographing individual people, so this kind of size is exactly what I need. It's cheap, and as you can see from how kind of battered it is, we are a working studio, you know, and it has got its fair share of wear and tear, but that's because we use it all the time. For £10 you've got the ultimate reflector and a negative fill. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, if you gained any value or learned anything from it, let me know in the comments below. Hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Doing so helps more people see this and helps us create more content. Alright, take care. Bye bye. So we use it,